Tonight, Eyewitness News investigates a staffing shortage inside the Fresno Police Dispatch Center and how it's directly impacting their effectiveness in answering 911 calls.
A public records request shows that some residents are on hold for over 5 minutes when they call 911, and some who call the non-emergency line can be on hold for over 20 minutes. CBS 47's investigative reporter Kara Rucker joins us live in the studio with this special report. Kara.
When someone calls 911 for an emergency, every second matters. But what happens if you're waiting not seconds, but minutes to receive help? Tonight, we take a hard look at the answer delays inside the Fresno Police Department's dispatch center and what the police chief says are the underlying issues of staffing and pay.
Hi, this is the Fresno Police Department. Hi, someone called 911. Is there an emergency?
A dispatcher is a police department's first line of defense. They're the ones who first talk to people reporting a crime or emergency.
Do you know what they're wearing? What color shirt and pants?
They are the lifeline between that citizen to getting them help.
Inside the Fresno Dispatch Center, there are anywhere from 5 to 9 people answering the phones at a given time. An average of about 2,000 phone calls come into the dispatch center on any given day.
Okay, what happened?
The 911s just keep ringing.
Once the dispatcher finishes one call, it's immediately to the next.
Oh, he broke into the church. Okay, what's the name of the church?
The atmosphere in our dispatch center when it's really busy can be very chaotic.
You know, frankly, they need some help.
A dispatcher we spoke to says it's difficult for dispatchers to keep up. On their screens, they're able to see the amount of callers waiting to get through, sometimes dozens of people waiting to be heard.
It's very frustrating, sometimes heartbreaking to know that somebody needs help and you cannot answer their call.
According to police records, some people who call 911 are waiting for more than 5 minutes. Meanwhile, some people who call the non-emergency line are waiting for half an hour. We requested a small example of what callers needed help with while waiting on hold. Someone waited more than 4 minutes to report domestic violence, more than 4 minutes to report a knife disturbance, more than 5 minutes to report chest pains, more than 7 minutes to report a hit and run, more than 27 minutes to report theft, more than 22 minutes to report a disturbance inside of a store, more than 20 minutes to report child endangerment. Minutes on hold, sometimes when every second counts.
I want people to realize that these numbers are real.
Well, it's unacceptable. That's a standard that needs to be raised, and nobody should have to wait 20 minutes.
Looking around the Fresno Dispatch Center, there are empty chairs waiting to be filled. Right now, the dispatch supervisor tells us there is a 27% deficit in staffing. That's 1 out of every 4 positions that need to be filled.
Being a dispatcher is a very difficult job. Typically, it's underappreciated. I believe that we are slightly underpaid. So all these are challenges towards recruiting great people to work here.
Fresno police dispatchers are paid 8% less compared to the average dispatcher across the valley.
If the comparable stats in the valley show that we're underpaid, well, then we should be at that a medium level or slightly higher.
But that's not the case. Visalia pays $22 an hour. Clovis pays $29 an hour. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office pays $22 an hour. The city of Fresno pays $21 an hour.
One thing I have asked the city manager's office is to, make us a more attractive police department. And I believe we're more attractive by paying people what they're worth.
The police chief is not part of contract negotiations. He doesn't have a say. That's up to the city manager's office and the dispatchers' labor union, Fresno City Employees Association. Meanwhile, the dispatchers the department does have continue to do what they can with what they have.
Is it a high priority? It's an extremely high priority. And what I'm saying as police chief is that we have a goal to get there, but I need more bodies.
As far as Fresno dispatcher employee contracts go, their labor union, the FCEA, and the city manager's office reached an agreement after nearly 16 months. The next step is for the city council to approve it, likely going to a vote on December 2nd.
So, Kara, do we know what's in that contract? Will they get a pay raise?
Yes. So what we're looking at inside the contract, there's a few different things in there, but the main part that would catch attention here is there would be a 3% raise, but it will take the city council to approve it for that raise to go into effect. But that's what their compromise was, with the 3%.
Is the union happy with that 3%?
I mean, of course, they've been negotiating. I mean, 16 months, that's a long time to be in talks. But, you know, they started at 0, 1, 1.5, and they got themselves up to 3%. What the representative told me from the union was that will make up for inflation, but it doesn't touch the fight as far as trying to come up with a more competitive salary.
Yeah. What have you heard from the city on that?
So we did receive a statement from Mayor Jerry Dyer. We know that, you know, he has experience with the police department before. So he told us, of course, you can never pay a police officer, a dispatcher, firefighter enough money. So, you know, of course he wants to see the best for these employees, but he did say that the most important part of this agreement is that he is trying to reach that goal to provide fair compensation to all city employees. And again, that meeting with the city council is going to be December 2nd, and we're going to make sure that we are there to see what happens with these contracts.
Fantastic work. Thanks, Kara.
And if you missed any part of this story, you can just go to our website and you'll find it at yourcentralvalley.com.